Listen to this. It's just kind of funny.
That's something we all agree on. But truth does not need an apology. So therefore, black is wrong. More is wrong. More still means black.
Okay. The dude holds up a bag of mushrooms. Like this. And it says, like, not for human consumption. Now, here's my bag of Blue Lotus. Let me read to you what it says. Precaution. Note, this herb is considered relatively safe for long-term use, with no known negative side effects. And this is not a mushroom. This is a flower. And now, you know, Jesus is a mushroom, but underneath Jesus, the mushroom, is a lotus. So you have the lotus with a mushroom on top, but that's not the lotus. That's kind of like the lotus, and then the mushroom, and then the mushroom is the cross, the crucifix. This, that's a mushroom. With the cross, that's actually a mushroom. But here's the thing. Jesus is a mushroom. And that guy's on mushrooms and he's all like whacked out. Hair in my mouth. Let me tell you something. This dude takes mushrooms and is whacked out of his gourd. That's not even the most interesting part. He also says he smokes meth. That's not even that interesting. But he says he does meth, and that's how he knows I do meth. But he says when I do it, I'm wrong. And I'm like, well, I don't do it. But they're like, but he's like, I take mushrooms and meth. So, and he says that I'm bad. And it's like, at least my bag that I'm eating from says no negative side effects. Yours is like not for human consumption. Like, you're loopy, dude. Like, you're talking a bunch of nonsense. There's a reality check, and you're not in reality anymore. And I think you know it. I think you're just making a bunch of shit up randomly for fun. And the only reason I said anything is because you held up that big bag of mushrooms. I'm like, what the fuck? Should I eat that? What are you, some kind of psychonaut? Okay. Why don't you just do some like special K? Ketamine. You know? Go to your vet and ask him for some ketamine. I don't know, they might get mad at you, but he might be cool. Let me try something that's considered relatively safe. And you know what the lotus says? We come to pollinate your mind. I'm gonna brew beer with that. I need to. Maybe I'll do that real soon. I probably need to. It tastes good. I kind of like it. I don't know why. Like in a scanner darkly, he found the little blue flower. And it's the little blue flower that's like the Hoffman lens. She's upset. Kiss your butt. Kiss your butt. What's over there? You don't know what's over there, do you? Come on, I love you. You're so good. Oh. She's a very good cat. I decided to try to create a reverse brainwashing. I was going to start calling anybody that owns a dog gay, and I was going to start the rumor that like people that own dogs are gay, and you can tell a person how gay they are by if they own a dog or not, and that means they're incredibly fucking gay. Like people that own dogs are into bestiality and shit, and they fuck them. It's pretty sick shit. That's why people like dogs, like faggots like hamsters that crawl up their ass. Well, people that are into that stuff, that's why they get dogs. Those sick bastards, animal abusers. People that own dogs are animal abusers. Not only that, but they really abuse people too. They abuse their ears with the dog barking. Some people buy bark collars and then they torture the dog, which is more animal abuse. Basic retards. Your average everyday loser retard. But I noticed there is a difference between like a hunting dog that's well trained and like an educated person trained them, and like a dog that's just a fucking mutt. The difference between a dog with some kind of memory skills, like a hunting dog, and a dog that forgets instantly. That's the difference. And so I really like trained dogs. Trained dogs are a different world. It's like, wow, I just went to Planet Intelligent, and look, this dog's intelligent. I like intelligent dogs. As long as they're not eating my face off or something, then I like them, you know. Because then you just don't notice them. You don't notice the trained dogs unless you're happy. You're like, oh wow, that was great. So you're happy. You don't notice it unless you're happy about it. The stupid dogs, that's what really sucks. Is having a dog tied up to a tree with a chain this long, and the dog is like, rah, 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 yeah, yeah, rah. And you're like, can I kick your dog in the face? I hate you. No, I want to kick you in the face for owning the dog and chaining it up to a tree in your front yard, and it's like, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, great. It's like usually people are pretty dumb to do that anyways. I always just think like, I'm not stupid. They can do whatever they want and nothing ever happens to them. They could kill their girlfriend, they could do anything and nothing happens to these people. Nothing. But if I like pick my nose, like the door comes down and they're like, the booger police are here. You picked your nose funny. And I'm like, I'm looking at him like you're a retard and you do whatever you want. Whatever you want, it doesn't matter. It's good for you. Holding up bags of mushrooms and shit. If I fucking sat here and picked my nose, they'd fucking call the booger police on me. Not that I care about mushrooms, but you know how to tell that Jesus, the cross, was a mushroom? Because in the pictures, they're putting the cross in their mouth. They're going like this. Like that. That's how you know the crucifixion was a mushroom. Not the. It's actually, all religion is just so bullshit. Big time, major bullshit. But originally, this is actually a knockoff of the ancient Egyptians. which they had an unk, and the unk was the real mushroom, because the mushroom had a skirt, and then the head with a little skirt. So the crossway, that's actually just the skirt of the mushroom, which is like matches the Pope's uniform, how they have the skirt or something in a way. And so the top is supposed to be, that's supposed to be round, and that's supposed to be the mushroom, and then that's the skirt of it. But actually what happens is, also an unk is an amplifier. It amplifies vibration. So vibration is involved in it. And plus this guy just makes shit up. He's like the insect reptilian and puppy dog unicorn, like the corn and the GMO and the unicorn, and that's why when pigs fly they pick their nose, because I'm just making the shit up as I go. that's what he does basically, and he's on mushrooms as he does it. And I'm fucked up. Because you know why? Because I take shit that says it's healthy and doesn't hurt you. I mean, that's not, I mean, I smoke cigarettes, that's not really healthy and does hurt you. But as long as I'm ignorant to that, it won't ever hurt me. So you could tell him mushrooms are bad, but no, as long as he ignores that, they're good for you. My container says considered relatively safe for long-term human consumptions with no known negative side effects. Cultivated without chemicals. Blue lotus stamens. What are drugs made out of? They're called Lilly. The Lilly Company. What is a lily? A lily is a lotus. Weird. You can call a lily a lotus, and there's a manufacturer called Lilly, and when you buy your drugs, a lot of them say Lilly right on them. Lilly. So where are these drugs coming from? Drugs come from plants. What about like your serotonin reuptake inhibitor or your beta blockers? Beta blockers to keep you in an alpha wavelength. The wavelength, alpha wavelengths, beta, delta, gamma. They put you on beta blockers that make you an alpha male. When you're in an alpha state of mind, you're more open to suggestion. That's instantly where they get a tattoo. They're like, it's cool and trendy to get a tattoo. Oh, I have to have one now. Tattoo right there on your face that says, I'm a trendy lemming bitch. I just jump on trends. Like, I don't even have words to describe some of this shit. Let's listen to what he says for a minute.
See, you keep putting yourself under the spells of the Red L. Leaders like Todd Street Bay are just suckering you. That's why all Masons always do seminars. I don't do seminars, and I don't pass out a collection basket either. And see, the Red L's, here's the reason why they segregate the lodges. The white Masonic lodges say, okay, we're going to conspire against the black people and make them our slaves. The black Masonic lodges say, oh, we're gonna get over on Whitey. Everyone's wasting their time because this is all just a plot to get you to pay the collection basket money to the Red L. The Red L is the Masonic god, the Red leader, the Mason god, Red L. If you go back to the Minoan culture, the frescoes were painted, the men were painted red, the women were painted white. The men were painted red to reflect the sun, and women were painted white to reflect the moon. The moon can only reflect the sun's glory. So in other words, it's putting down women. So once again, more means dead. And then, you know, you listen to Todd Street Bay and he says, oh, the white man, the European, the Roman. What's Rome backwards? More. And what did they call Rome before they called it Rome? They called it Saturnia, Saturn, Satan. There's no difference between a Klansman, a Ku Klux Klansman, and the gown a Moor dons. There's no difference between the way a Moor dresses and the way the KKK dresses and the way a judge dresses. It's the same robe. A robe is French for dress. I am a master teacher.
And there were lynch mobs too.
Oh yes. Oh, you don't believe me because I'm not 40 and I'm not wearing a suit and tie? Is that why you don't think I'm a master teacher? You know, what's the old Jesus story? He was 12 years old and he went and argued with the doctors of the law. The doctors of the law in this case would be someone like Bay, 13th son, Tahuti, Polite, Red Dick McCullough. I taught Red Dick McCullough everything he knows. I told him about growing his hair. I told him about you grow your hair longer, the more light codes you can decode.
Yeah, it's also in the Bible, the guy had his hair from God, and when it was cut, he lost all of his energy. Whatever. We shave our monkey hair in blatant denial of our true monkey nature. The blue lotus pollinates your mind. Google it, see what they say it does. It helps you communicate with the dead. And I'm sure the dead have some interesting things. I live right next to the oldest Freemason site that you can research online. Because I know there's older ones. They just, people don't say or know anything. I actually seen one that if you look it up, like oldest shit, it'll be like, it'll have like 18 something on it, like 1890 or something, and you'll be like, that's not really, that's old, but not that old. It's not as old as the one over here. That says like 1850, which is 50 years older at least, which still doesn't seem that old. It says Civil War and shit like that on there. And even Pendragon kind of said something. He said that they're like in his talk, he said about a shimmer of light at the peripheral of your eye. Now that's key, peripheral. And that he said there would be this diamond shining out of the peripheral, and you'll see something like a. And then he went on, and I didn't understand what he said after that. But he started off like he used to get one of these people that was talking to me. They had his like audio or something, and it said Pendragon's audio, and it started off like, you'll see a diamond shimmer or something, or the ice or something, he said, I don't know, and I'm like, whatever. But there is something, your peripheral, like a lot of times people see things in their peripheral, and they didn't even realize they seen it, but they did. They know they've seen it. Like somebody will be like, "Oh my God, did you just see that car wreck?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, you know what? I did see that, but it was like in my peripheral, and so I did see it." And it's like your peripheral. Where is that? You know, like I'm looking this way, so the edge of my peripheral. It's like, hold on. We'll do it with one finger. Like, right there. And then it goes like that. And I'm even looking this way. You can see a lot of shit out of your peripheral. But it's kind of like in the back of your head, like you see it but you don't really see it, so you can really like notice things in your peripheral. That's what the Blue Lotus can help. The magic of it is that this is probably not even the right species. That's part of the magic. This is not even the right species, I would imagine. I would say this is the genetically modified version, and only the genetically modified, because it's such a secret. So they're just like, this is fake. We can let them have it. It doesn't hurt them. So you're not really gonna probably get anything. But I still haven't. They said they put it in their wine. I make wine, so I haven't put it in my wine yet. I'm really stupid. Something's wrong with me. Since I decided to put that in my wine, I haven't even been able to make any wine. Something's wrong with me. I might die or something, I don't know. Guess I'll be talking to the dead soon enough, so... But I like listen to Dark Lotus, and I'm like, why Lotus? Why that shit? And then I kind of just keep being reminded that they do make a song called "Take the Mushroom," and it's all like really satanic-y and shit. And so, like, I'm sitting there listening to that, and some guy that's like really into God and Jesus, I start talking to him about it, I don't really care either way. I'm not like prejudiced all the time. I try not to be, but then that's like that's where I end up becoming prejudiced. Is I give people a chance, they ruin it, so then I become not prejudiced, but I call them lemmings and different things. Yeah, and it's very much called for. They totally deserve it in a way. Not that I'm calling him names, but I just try to ignore it. He was nice or whatever, and I don't care either way. I don't do things to hurt people. I don't want them to hurt me. I just live my life, and if I happen to hear a song, it's like, why do I even listen to this music? I try to quit. I basically have quit. I won't listen to any of their new songs. I did a little. That was not a lot. I figured, well, it don't matter. Like, I bought a TV dinner. They like put horse meat in it. Like, it's disgusting. It like hurts you. If you eat it, it hurts you. And I ate it. It like hurts me. So it makes me think how stupid people are that they would ever buy a TV dinner. And it makes me feel stupid that I even would consider that as food that I would intake into my body. It's like fucking trash strung out of a toilet. Not even trash, like toilet waste. That's what fucking TV dinners are. And they fucking serve that shit for slop, and I'm dumb enough to buy it for like $3 a fucking box. It don't even have fucking $1 or nothing in there. Like, everyone I know is like lobotomized, stupid. And I can only like feel for them and just try to like show them just something that helped me. And I'm like, this is what helped me. And they're like, but you suck. And it's like, yeah, I'm not telling you how to suck. I'm telling you the things that made me not suck. And they're like, yeah, but you suck all the time at everything. You could never do something right, ever. I'm like, I think that's where you're very mistaken. Because I'm not perfect. Yeah. But it's like, I do make good choices. So I'll just lead by example, and if they happen to like notice it, then fine. Like, you practice what you preach, and once they kind of see it in reality instead of in a word. And it's like, I think, like, people don't even know there's a choice. It's like, they don't even know they have a choice in anything ever. And then I guess, even if I told you that, like, you still don't know, you still won't get that, because you've already been sold the lie. You've already bought a lie already, and you're not going to hear anything really otherwise. You've already like probably made up your mind. And there was You didn't even know there was a choice, though, so you never really made up your minds. You were asserted in one way to believe, and so now it's like you only see what you know. How do you ever see anything? How do you get out of the box? You have to, like, fly out of this prison. But you're not gonna fly. You have to, like, leave. And there's nowhere to go. And so no one ever is gonna leave. They're gonna stay, and I guess whatever happens, happens. That's why they feel safe. Like, it's like they're gonna feel safe hurting you, and I guess that'll never happen. It's like, no one can ever hurt you. It's like that's what the gun advocates. They're like, you know, Alex Jones will be like, yeah, I really like my guns, you know, like Alex Jones, you know, and you'll be like, I don't know. They'll be like, I feel safe. And they're like not safe at all. And so they're like, I feel safe because I'm risky and dangerous. Motorcycles make me feel safe, especially at top speed, like 200 miles an hour, in head-on traffic. That makes me feel really safe. And so a lot of times when they do their shit, you can judge a person, kind of like, you can look at them and say, are they new to this shit? Do they look like a rookie? And you're like, because if they are a rookie, maybe there's a person left alive there. And so you try to, like, break through to the ones you would more relate with. Because the old ones, you can see in their face, it's not the first time they did it. You know? They've killed a lot of people before you, and they watch them die, and they get used to that. And eventually they're kind of getting off on it big time. Like, they get a huge adrenaline rush from it. Killing you. Yeah. And you feel safe. Yep, I know. That's what I was wondering. Oh, no, wait, you still feel safe. Oh, okay, yeah. Whatever, you're just ignorant, right? Yeah. Like, so, like, sometimes I'll get, if I see that they're new, I'll, like, get up right in their face and, like, push my face into their face as hard as I can, and I'll be like, what the fuck makes you feel so safe, motherfucker? Not trying to really hurt them, but as a message. Like, I guarantee they're next, because look at the old fuckers. Look at their face and how they've seen so many people die at their desire. And how they're twisted and fucked. Even though they get over that and they get paid and they have the cognitive dissonance to continue on fucking you over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's the zombie apocalypse, is fucking you over and 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 over, like and then that's how you die. That's how you fucking die. It's stick a screwdriver in the eyeball, and you think this is a fucking fantasy land. Oh, you're just gonna wake up and go to work tomorrow, and you're gonna just work this shit off. Oh, no, I'm just paranoid. I'm just fucked up. Yeah, maybe you can live in ignorance a little bit longer before they fucking come for you too. That's what I'm saying. They're coming for you. And I seen it with these fucking eyes. And that's why you're crazy. Because you've seen it. And it's like going to Vietnam and they come back and they're like, I seen some shit. Good for you. You're going to see that shit too. Because there's going to be another Vietnam. And another one. And another one. And they're going to send your fucking kids over there to kill other kids. And then they're going to come back all fucking traumatized. And then you get to hold your little baby in your arms and think that he went and saved your country. No, he didn't save any fucking country. He went over there to fight foreign oil and bring over opium and sex trade and all that shit. Just like Alex Jones talks about. And doing Benghazi fucking Black Ops and Fast and Furious Black Ops. Selling people and killing them, watching them get beheaded, and filming it, and putting it on the internet to scare you, so you send your children off over there so they can get their head cut off, and then they fund Al-Qaeda to do that or whatever, so they can take more of your rights and your money and your wealth and your property, and to get you to be a fucking mindless lemming to go over there. They create a generation of violence. They make it so the soldiers enjoy killing, and it's entertainment watching people with their... Edward Bernays created all this. He created the ghettos. That's why they're called the projects. A building isn't the projects. The ghetto building isn't the projects. Edward Bernays created it. It's called the projects because it's Edward Bernays' mind conditioning, dumbing down of society, creating a bunch of useful lemming soldiers, people that want to be soldiers. I'm a soldier. I thought I told you. I'm a soldier. And it's like, it becomes second nature to them. They make them alpha males. Alpha males are more open to suggestion. And then the reward based, the training comes in. They're just like a dog, like roll over. Here's some money. Like people, like I've seen people, like they look like dogs when they start doing these tricks and shit, and I'm like, oh my god, you're not a dog, dude. Holy fuck. And then I'm like, they look like a trained monkey. Here's $1. Roll over. And I'm like, this cannot be real. Like, I'm looking at it. Do I not trust myself? That's exactly what they tell them. They're like, don't trust yourself. Believe everything we tell you. Don't trust yourself. Trust us. And that's like where you kind of start to drive off the cliff right there. I don't trust my... Like, I trust myself. I don't know about you. It's them I don't trust. I trust me, not them. unless I know them to somewhat be good, but if they're proven not, and you're still like, and they're like, no, even no, they say we're bad, we're really not. It's Tommy's holiday FEMA camp. Fun and happiness never ends. It's a dystopia. It's a utopia dystopia. You know? Where the fun never ends. It looks like a utopia. It's the sky, like North Korea kind of looks like this Teletubby style, like utopia. But you get there and you're like, no, this is not really that great. There's no energy, there's no electric, there's no internet, there's no running water. There's fake toilets though that make it look like there's running water. But really, everybody goes shit's out back. Yay, it's North Korea. We make Hyundai. Want to buy a Hyundai? They're made in North Korea. The window motors are made of plastic that melt in like a month. The engine's head gasket is made from plastic that will melt in like a month. Want to buy a Hyundai? Honda? No, not a Honda. Hyundai. That's like Honda, right? Yeah. Built in North Korea. Now, I don't know if it is. Could be. Might be worth looking into. Or they'll be like, buy American, buy Ford, it's American. And it's like built in North Korea. And like people think it's American, and you're like, wow, you're really stupid. They don't make Ford. They don't make Fords in America. I don't even think they assemble them in America. Like, you get it. They're like, even Chevys. They'll be like, well, Chevys are American made. No, it says made in Canada. That's North America. Must mean Canada. Yeah, because it's North America. Like North America is like a little bit of Mexico, or no, it's like Mexico, America, Canada. So North America is also Canada. Which Canada's not that bad, really. Supposedly things that are made in Canada are better than things made in America. America actually sucks. Like, they started talking about the shit we have, and it really sounded shitty. They're like, well, you know, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, all these places are made over there, and they're all really good cars. Really, really good cars. Then you got Toyota and Honda, and then you got, you know, Chevy, Dodge, Chrysler, Ford, Chevy, and basically they all suck horribly fucking bad. Maybe. I don't know. If you don't mind cars that are not gas efficient, or if they are, they're giant hunks of shit. Like, you're not gonna get a Honda Civic from Ford. You're gonna get a Ford Fiesta, which basically was designed to break in a week. That's probably worse than a Hyundai. Maybe. It would take too much to find that out, unless you looked it up. But you can't always trust that. So it's like Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Japan. And those are really good cars. I know people don't like their racers, but I don't know. They are fast, and they're reliable, and they're gas efficient. Versus a really powerful, heavily gas consuming piece of shit made in America. May or may not be a piece of shit. Really iffy line. Like, you could really go either way with that. You never know what you're gonna get. You may end up with a flop. It may work for a month or two, and you're like, wow, I have a Dodge Charger. Watch me do a burnout. What the fuck was that? I got one burnout? That was it? Fuck, time to buy a Honda. Like, we live in a buy and throw away lifestyle. The more you keep buying and throwing away, the dumber you are, the worse it gets. The more trash piles up and it becomes an idiocracy. Shit everywhere. That's why I like to fix things I find in the trash, because ending is not better than mending. But I don't want you to know that, because I want you to buy my new shit that I fixed. I don't know. Nah. So I said, I don't want to give people advice, but I do. But I don't. Because I think they can't listen, but then again, I know they can. So I want to. And then again, I like the input that I get from it. You'd be surprised what happens. If I said purple ducks fart in a river, it might have that in the related videos section. And if I really was like looking for that, and I couldn't find it on my, like if I was looking for a Flintner rotor, and I couldn't find it online, and I said Flintner rotor, like, and even if, like, I don't even put a title on it, it'll just show up in the comment section. I mean, not the comment section, but the related videos, as if they watched it, heard what I said, and then put it in videos related to that, even though the title wasn't even. So it's like they don't even have to really go by the title all the time. Yes, they do. So I get it's whatever they want. It's their computer. And I can only imagine why they censor me. Like, they would lose money. They would lose a slave. They would lose a prisoner. They want you in a perpetual happiness. Which I want people to be happy too, but it's not like knowing things will make you depressed. In fact, it makes me happy to know that I'm not like them. But that's the thing, they're so open to suggestion. Like, they live in fear of actually choosing for themselves. And they're scared. Like, they would fucking, like, blow their fucking heads off if you told them they had to make a decision. And it's because they're so brainwashed. They have a built-in defense mechanism that protects their brainwashing, but that can be overridden by simple using their own brainwashing against them, which is very hard to do because they do it a certain way. But the repetitive behavior, like repeating it, like if I say something, they'll cast it off. But then if more than one person starts regurgitating the same thing, you get them in the subcategory of compartmentalized, and that's the compartmentalized brainwashing kind of going on, the indoctrination, social manipulation, and so that brings them up, and then they start waking up. And then you're getting a level plane going on there, and you're like, all right, if you regurgitate what I say, and so I freak out when people say the same thing that I say. I'm like, wait a minute, that's what I say. I like you.